Question number 141. Which is true for Spongilla? Spongilla belongs to the phylum Porifera. It's a sponge. The options are occurs exclusively in fresh water, and as it is a correct statement, so this is a correct answer to our question. Spongilla, which is commonly known as freshwater sponge, is exclusively present in fresh water. The next option given is it is a triploblastic poriferan, and as it is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be an answer to our question because Spongilla lack distinct germ layers. So they are neither diploblastic or triploblastic. They have cellular level of grade of organization. The next option given is has numerous oscula for entry of water, and as it is an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because Spongilla has numerous ostia or dermal pores for entry of water and not oscula. The last option given is lacks flagellated collar cells in body, and as it is also an incorrect statement, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because Spongilla has collar cells or flagellated choanocyte cells in the body. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 142. Alternation of generation is observed in, and the options are Physalia, Hydra, Meandrina, and Adamsia. And the correct answer to this question is option number 1, Physalia, commonly known as Portuguese men of war. This coelenterates Physalia exhibits alternation of generation as it exists in both form, polyp as well as medusa form. So this is a correct answer to our question. Let's discuss other options also. The second option given is Hydra, which is commonly known as freshwater polyp, Meandrina, which is commonly known as brain coral, and Adamsia, which is commonly known as sea anemone. And these are the incorrect options because these coelenterates exist as polyps only. So these are the incorrect options. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 143. Mark the correct match with respect to organism and characteristic feature given. The very first option is Euspongia, and the characteristic feature given is ciliated choanocytes. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because Euspongia is a poriferan, and the characteristic feature is presence of flagellated choanocytes and not ciliated choanocytes. The collar cells, also known as choanocytes, they have flagella. This is a choanocyte which is present in poriferans. The next option given is Adamsia, and the match given is stinging cells on tentacles. And as it is a correct match, so this is a correct answer to our question. Adamsia, which is commonly known as sea anemone, is a coelenterate and whose tentacles are rich in stinging nematocytes or stinging cells. As you can see here, tentacle with stinging nematocytes. It exhibits sea anemone, the polyp form of Adamsia or sea anemone. The next option given is Pleurobrachia, and the match given is exhibits metagenesis. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. This figure represents Pleurobrachia, which is a ctenophore, and it exhibits bioluminescence and not metagenesis. So this is an incorrect option. The last match given is Planaria, and the match given is presence of hooks and suckers. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. As you can see here, this is Planaria, a free living flatworm, and it lacks hooks and suckers. So this is an incorrect option, and the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 144. Read the characteristics given below, and the characteristics given are jointed appendages, chitinous exoskeleton, parapodia, and calcareous exoskeleton. Now question is, how many of these characteristics are found in organism whose excretory structures are Malpighian tubules? Now we know that Malpighian tubules are the excretory structures which are present in organisms belonging to phylum Arthropoda. And the other characteristics which are shared by these organisms are jointed appendages and chitinous exoskeleton. So how many characteristics are found in these organisms? 2. So the correct answer is option number 3. Because the other characteristics, that is parapodia and calcareous exoskeleton, are not the characteristic features of animals belonging to the phylum Arthropoda. Parapodia are found in annelids such as nidis, whereas calcareous exoskeleton are found in mollusks such as phyla or apple snail. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 145. Endoparasitic worm showing viviparity and whose body appears circular in cross section is. Now the organisms whose body appears circular in cross section are roundworms belonging to the phylum Aschelminthes, now let's read the options. The very first option given is Ancylostoma duodenale, and this is an incorrect option because although it is an endoparasitic worm, but it doesn't exhibit viviparity. It's an oviparous roundworm. The next option given is Trichinella spiralis, and as it is a correct option, so this is a correct answer to our question because Trichinella is an endoparasitic worm which exhibits viviparity. This roundworm occurs in the voluntary muscles of man and other mammals. So this is a correct answer to our question. The next option is Ascaris lumbricoides, and this is an incorrect option because Ascaris is an Aschelminth and it shows oviparity and not viviparity. Last option given is Fasciola hepatica, and this is an incorrect option because Fasciola hepatica, which is commonly known as liver fluke, is a tapeworm belonging to the phylum Platyhelminthes and not a roundworm. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's proceed to the next question.